There are a few things we want to set up for just pure settings for our Get installs. One of which is we want to make certain that Get knows which username and which email we're going to be using every time we save any of our work. When we do a save, we're calling a commit, we're going to have an attached username and email so that if someone else wants to contact you and say, hey, why did you do this? Or that was really clever, whatever it is, we have the ability to find out who did it. Get requires you to have a username and email. Otherwise, you're going to get a little message that says every single time something like, we tried to grab your information from your computer, and this is what we got. And sometimes it's just not very good. So let's go ahead and set it up. You can follow along right here with me, but I'm going to go ahead and type it in. First thing I'm going to do is in my terminal, either my terminal or my Get bash, I'm going to type in get config -- global, and you could just copy and paste this if it's helpful. User.name, and then in quotes, you're going to put your particular name. And then when you're done with that, you're going to type in get config -- global. Now I'm going to pause here for a second. This is not a command line help session, but if I were to delete that and hit the up arrow lets me cycle through the previous command I typed in my command line. Very handy. And I can just type the part that only changes, which here is the email. I can say something like whatever your email is. So I'm going to make mine up. I'm going to say my email is brian@mirrormans.com, which is not true. There we go. Lastly, you want to test to make certain it works. Now it should work. There should be no reason that doesn't work, but type get config -- list. Notice the spaces between the commands. Get is the command I'm using. I'm asking it to do the get config option of the get, and then I'm giving it more information on the right. Each one is separated by spaces. And so I should hopefully be able to see somewhere in there, probably near the bottom, the username and email you just set up. You want to have that set up. The nice thing is that by using a global setup, you only have to set this up one time per computer you're going to use. If you're going to use a different computer, you want to set this up again. You can always come back to these videos and see how to do it, or look it up as needed.